Hey, hey, hey. So we are back again. And this time we're talking about how do you find your gold mine? And the bigger question is, do you know what your gold mine is, or do you know what a gold mine is? And let's just define it really quickly. So, a gold mine is the thing that will bring you not only joy and fulfillment, but it will bring you wealth. So, if you don't know, I'm Lynesha Marie, aka the Fly Coach, that stands for Fulfilling Living Year Round. It's all about leading and living an intentional life and thriving in every area of life that's spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, and professionally. And so that's what we talk about. But today we are talking about your gold mine. And if you don't know, I have an HR background. That's what pivoted me into coaching, just from working with employees and seeing the dissatisfaction, the unfulfillment, because a lot of times people work a job because they have bills to pay, but they may not take the intentional steps and forethought to really align the thing that they do with who they are. And that's what I call the gold mine. And it's really when you are doing the thing that you've been created to do, and not only does it bring you joy and fulfillment because you're living on purpose, but it creates wealth. And a lot of times, what I find, even as a coach, is that so many people sit on so much wealth. There are skills, talents, abilities, giftings that you have that nobody else has the grace for because we're not graced for that. But you find it so simple and you find it so easy to do, but you don't monetize it. Like, that's where that's why I became a coach, is to really help individuals be authentically them, be who God, because I don't sugarcoat that, be who they were created to be and do what they were created to do in this earth and in this generation, because as we all know, time is not promised. And so what are we doing and how are we maximizing the time while we have it? And so that's why I am on a personal mission to help individuals find their gold mine. And these are the types of conversations I love having and really working with individuals. But oftentimes it really boils down to the question of, well, Anisha, I don't know what my purpose is. But I don't use the word purpose because not everybody gets it. I'll use intentional living, but really I use gold mine, because what do you think of when you think of a gold mine? You think of, oh my gosh, something that is so valuable, something that is precious, something that you care for, but something that creates wealth for you. So, we're going to do a quick exercise, and I'm just going to take you through the steps of how do you find your gold mine and what does it mean? And it's built on the Japanese term and concept of ikigai, which is really about finding life's purpose, finding purpose in life's meaning. And so that's what it's really built on. And that's how I structure a lot of my coaching, is built on these four pillars to help you find your gold mine. So let's get into it. Step one, what are you good at? What are you like? And let's backtrack. Like, what are you passionate about? That's the first question that I always ask individuals that are trying to seek out what they should be doing. They haven't really found it, but they know that they're created for so much more, but they're just not walking it out. Is, what are you good at? And what are you passionate about? So those are really the first two. So let's talk about the first one. What are you passionate about? What is something that you can talk about? What is something that you are just super interested in? Nobody has to drag you or beg you to talk about that thing or to learn more about that thing. It's just something that you genuinely have an interest in. What are you passionate about? You could talk about it. And that's how I knew I was built for coaching, because, or talking about this topic of finding your gold mine and finding our purpose and living on purpose, is because people don't have to ask me to do it. It's just innately me. And so, what are you passionate about? What do you have an interest in? And I often say this because if you have that interest, it's for a reason. It's not just haphazard. It's not just a coincidence. You are interested in something. I tell individuals that have a grace for kids, that's a grace, or for working with children. So all shout out to all my educators. Shout out to you, okay? Because, or to those that own like daycares and things, those individuals that choose to work with kids all the time, Benicia knows that that's not my grace. So you're not going to find me there, okay? So what are you passionate about and what do you have an interest in doing? Step one. Step two, what are you good at? What are you naturally good at? I have individuals that are amazing at baking. And I'm like, that is your ministry, because I'm not good at baking. Okay. I don't have the patience for it. And that goes back to the example with children. Are you good with children? Not everybody has that grace. Are you naturally a friendly person? What are you just naturally good at that people often tell you that you're good at, but you've oftentimes minimized it or discounted it? And this is where a lot of people get stuck right here, is we minimize and discount the thing that we're good at because we think that everybody is good at it. And it's like, no, you have a special grace for that thing. So what are you naturally good at, or what do you find yourself naturally, or what do you find yourself getting complimented on? Okay. Number 3, what can you be paid to do? Okay. Out of those things, and it's a progression. So what am I interested in? What am I passionate about? What am I good at? Now, out of those things, what can I be paid to do? That's a simple question. Because sometimes, and this is a quote that I've learned even working in my travel business, is if you have something that only you like to do, it's a hobby and you'll be paid like a hobby. But if you have something that you like to do and everybody else likes to do it, make it a business. Make it a business. Because you have an audience. So ask yourself, something that you like to do, you have an interest in, you're passionate about something you're good at, and now what can you be paid to do? Then the last one is, what does this world need? And this is the major one. This is the most important one, because as I mentioned, we were all placed in this earth. We were all placed in this generation for a reason, to do something and create a positive impact in this generation. So what does this world need? And sometimes don't get stuck on the big worlds. Sometimes it's just your world and realm of influence. The individuals that come across your path, the individuals that are dialed into your voice. That's why I say, for me as a coach, there are so many coaches. Okay, there are so many coaches, but my thing is, I know that I am dialed. I know that the individuals that are aligned to me will be drawn to me. I'll naturally attract, will naturally get along, because those are my people. So if you're here, hey people. But that's really what you should be thinking about when it comes to your gold mine. What does this world need? What does your world and realm of influence need in this generation? And so those are the 4 tips. That's based on the Ikigai model of how to find your gold mine. If you found this information valuable, or if you want to talk more about it, feel free to go ahead. Number 1 is make sure you like and subscribe, or share this with someone that may need it. But if this is for you, I want you to go ahead, make sure that you schedule a call with me, so that we can talk about this more and really help you dive down into this to really find your gold mine. Because the goal is what? What is my favorite saying? It's time to fly. And that's fulfilling living year round. Life is too short to be miserable. Life is too short to not be happy or fulfilled in what you do, because we know that happiness is conditional. But I want to help you find true joy and fulfillment in the thing that you do, because you were created to do it. And it's uniquely designed for you. Feel free, follow me, connect with me on any social media platform. But like I said, if this message was for you, let me know in the comments. Let me know that this resonated with you. Let me know what stood out, what took away, what did you take away from it? What would you like to talk about more? And most importantly, schedule a call and let's talk about it some more. I wish you all the best. And until the next time we speak, have an amazing day.